We are the QBs on Wheels, and we want to do a special episode of Quickie today. And neither Travis nor I predicted that the Colts would be the winner of that division, although ESPN did choose the Colts. A quarterback by the name of Andrew Luck would be a big impact in the Colts' ability to win that division. Well, between the time we recorded that and today, Andrew Luck has retired. Yeah, I know that Travis has been following Luck's career, um, so I wanted to kind of ping him and get some ideas of what he thinks about the retirement, what it means for the Colts.
Yeah, first thing is, I want to give a shout out to Andrew Luck because he had some pretty big shoes to fill, coming in to take Peyton Manning, um, when he got drafted, and that all in itself is one hell of a job. So the way he did it, I'm surprised, and I just want to give him a shout out. Um, he was a first round pick. Um, he spent 6 seasons with the Colts, all with the Colts, four-time Pro Bowler. He was actually Player of the Year in 2018. Well, no, Comeback Player of the Year in 2018. After missing 2017 with his shoulder, and when it was all said and done, his shoulder was actually the reason why he retired. He said that he just couldn't do the rehab as much as he needed to, and he called it the hardest decision of his life was giving up on the shoulder rehabilitation. And most of you guys might not know, but we are QBs on wheels, so me and Jason are in wheelchairs, and I know I don't, and I know Jason doesn't want no sympathy on any of us, but we do know a little bit about rehab, and it's no walk in the park. So for him to retire, knowing how much he loved the game and how good he was, it had to have been doing some damage to him. So um, I watched some of the press conference, and it brought me to it made my eyes water a little bit. Like you could definitely tell this guy loved the game, and it's just sad that he had to go after 6 seasons because he had one hell of a 6 seasons, and he could have went for another 10. I mean, he could have made some. He could have chased some records, and he was one hell of a quarterback.
A shoulder injury is a hard thing because, yeah, he would have pain, but with enough shots into the shoulder, he could have kept playing probably for another couple of seasons. But he eventually would have deteriorated A, the shoulder, but B, as a player. And he chose to go out when he knew that the end was inevitable. He chose to go out at a point in his career when he could go out with dignity. He wasn't going to go out by know, having that shoulder utterly fail on the field.
Exactly, and you got to
Um,
think. You got to think like you were just gonna say. Eventually, he might have he might have got another season or two in, but he wouldn't have played at his potential. And I don't think he wanted to put his team at. He wanted to give his team 100%, and if he couldn't do that, he didn't want to play. And I respect that 100%. I really hope the Colts fans. I hope they realize how much he played and how much pain he was going through the past couple of years, and the Colts fans need to give him the respects he deserves because he put in a good, I'd say, 3 seasons of nothing but pain and played his heart out for the Indianapolis Colts. So I think I think the boos were disrespectful, and I think they need to give him a little more respect than that.
yeah, I agree. I think that if you're a fan, you're not only a fan of a team that wins, but you're a fan of the people who got you there. All right, so tell me what you think about the his young backup. Um, It's obviously it's too early to tell. This is
I think he has some potential, and he knows the system. He's been a backup for Andrew Luck for a couple years now. So,
okay.
um, are they going to make the playoffs? Man, I don't want to doubt them, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. But I think they're going to win some games. I think it's going to be a good learning curve for them, and they're going to have to do some big things next off season. But I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're just going to flip over and give up the season. I think they're going to fight, but I don't. I'm sorry to say, but I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. No.
The reality is in the NFL, no one guy wins or loses for your team. The more talent you have, obviously, the better your chances are. But if the if the Colts go on a losing streak, it's not because Andrew Luck isn't there. Conversely, is if they do really well and win the division, like ESPN said, it won't be because they didn't need him. Do you know what I mean? I think that there's
Right.
no one that will say that they wouldn't be a better team
No.
without a healthy Andrew Luck. But this team is not dead. This team is,
They were a playoff team last year.
yeah, and they very well could be a playoff team this year.
They could. Yeah, they definitely could.
Yeah. Tonight we have our show, and we're going to talk about the AFC North, and then the NFC North, and then the night after that, we're going to talk about the AFC South. So that's where you'll get to hear in 3 nights from now who Travis and I picked to win that division. Tune in at 11 o'clock every night for QBs on Wheels.
Yeah. I just wanted to give Andrew Luck and his family prayers and keep fighting, man.
I want
You're a good
to
dude.
give a shout out to the backup. Dude, you got a job to do now, buddy.
Yeah.
Here's your chance.
Don't look back.
Don't look back.
All right, guys.
We're out. QBs
Peace.
on Wheels. Like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Please subscribe, guys.
Tell your mother to subscribe to us.
Even your grandmas, I don't care.
Grandma, tell grandma.